How bald is the gate? So, this is a very, very, very good question, Hyra. I don't know, because I've not actually gotten to the gate yet. I've not seen the gate yet. In my original playthrough, in my first off-stream playthrough, I'm only in Act 2, and I think the gate is Act 3. I could be wrong there. Okay, but the way I rushed you after seeing your tweet, Ayako, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Character creation's not even started. I've been fanning about with the Twitch and the game settings, making sure that that everything on Twitch side was okay, and the game is not gonna, break TOS, which it can do. So that's all sorted. I've just been talking shit lately. And the elf ears, yeah. So I picked up these elf ears. I picked up a pack so Maya could have some too. And we've got little elf ears for when we play Baldur's Gate 3, and also if we want to go to like a Ren Fair or something, which I've always wanted to go to. What difficulty do we do? So I've already played the game quite a bit, and I'm playing on balance so far. Do we do Tactician now that we're streaming, or do we stick to balance to kind of not have too much interruptions with the story for the viewers? Because I don't know how tough Tactician is. I think you can lower the difficulty as you play it anyway. So we could just start out in Tactician, and if it's too hard, like there's no harm in just dropping the difficulty down. So we could do that. I think maybe we'll start with that. The only issue is sometimes the game throws a lot at you. I remember when I first started playing, both in my single player playthrough and also I believe when I played with Maya as well. At the very beginning, we both just died super quickly because if you're not paying attention, they'll get you. They'll get you. We're gonna keep all the cutscenes and whatnot. I'm sure you've all seen it before. But for anyone who hasn't, here you go. Ooh. Straight away we get the best characters in the game here. Lizelle, the Squid Man. Started a game with my partner and he immediately died after we got. No, that's what I'm talking about. You get off the ship crashes. You start on the beach, you meet Shadowheart, who might, going forward, refer to as Shark just for quickness. You get off the ship, you meet Shark, and you walk up, and you're instantly in a fight with these little brains with legs. This is the very, very start, and they just kick your ass. Like, they just immediately kick your ass. I cannot believe how difficult the very beginning is, because I died like that. And even though I played it before, when Maya and I played it in our co-op campaign... Oh, sorry, I forgot to say as well, watch out, very squeamish parts here. You just missed that part. I was too busy talking about the campaign. This part's also going to be squeamish. You might want to look away if you don't like things and eyes. This one's not as bad. I'm kind of a bit late at it. You can look again. I'm sorry I forgot there. I'll try and be a bit more on the ball about things I know is going to happen. But I got distracted talking about the game. Lizelle's such a baddie. I love Lizelle. Lizelle. We're not going to reset tutorials. I think she's amazing. A lot of people don't actually like her, and I think it's because... she's very cold and, blunt and just angry. But at the same time, I feel like if Lizelle was a man, people probably wouldn't hate her anywhere near to the same degree as they currently do. Because she's actually really nice. She's actually a really fantastic character as you play more. So I'm surprised that people don't like her. Shadowheart as well is actually a fantastic character the more you get to know her. All of them are. It's a fantastic cast. and there's a lot of character development. Best part, yes, exactly. Lizelle is strong to the point. Yeah, but she grows as a character. Everyone does, and it's just really, really amazing to see. First off, what we're gonna do, gonna pick her class. So, like I said, the least 3 picked classes are Monk, Druid, and Cleric in that order. So we're picking one of them. Monk is definitely the most interesting to me because I never hear anyone talk about or even play as Monk. And I do think the playstyle is going to be quite fun. Who have you played as before? So my current playthrough, I'm a human warlock. I'm a warlock with a great old one patron. So my patron's basically Cthulhu. My only 2 characters are Druid and Cleric. A Druid is the one that... Oh, don't worry, we're playing as Monk. We're playing as Monk. Because when I was trying to decide, I started DJ Cutman, and instantly Last Airbender remix came on. So it's like, well, okay, I think we've let DJ Cutman decide for us. But an evil Druid was my second option, playing Circle of the Spore, where instead of preserving life, you're killing life just to bring it back is fungus zombies. Which is just a really cool idea to me, but we'll do that on our offline playthrough. So we're playing as Monk. You channel your cosmic enlightenment by deftly dodging and efficiently disassembling your foes through stunning strikes in a whirlwind of martial art attacks. Someone picked up a thesaurus, because this was expertly defined. I went Moondruid and Tempt to Respec. Really, do you not like Moondruid? I wouldn't mind Moondruid, but when I played as a Druid in World of Warcraft, it was Moondruid. Ranger was another option, but we're gonna play... I might need to lower the graphics as well. Oh my god. It wasn't this bad when I've been playing before. Very fun bit in a Hulk Smash Wave. That's interesting. That's very cool. I thought Moondruid was more magic focused. Warlock's my normal character, where you just cast Eldritch Blast constantly. I will need to lower the settings a little, I think, because it is a bit choppy. And then yeah, you've got your Druid too, who I'd really like to play as well. So we're starting as Monk. We get Flurry of Blows. We're going to be unarmed as well, with no armor. We just wear clothing, which I think is going to be really interesting, because there's a lot of cool items you find very early on, which benefit unarmored and unarmed. When we play, I don't know if we're going to bother bringing Karlach as the only thing, because Karlach's a barbarian who also benefits from unarmored bonuses, and I don't really want to fight with Karlach over clothes. It does mean, however, that we get to bring Will and maybe Gale in this playthrough. I never brought either Will nor Gale last time because I was already playing as a Warlock, and I didn't want to have a second Warlock. I wanted to experience other classes. And Gale, I love Gale. You know, he's your little wet sopping man. He's fun and he's cool. But again, we have me, who was a Warlock. We have Shadowheart with your Cleric. So we had enough magic. I needed Karlach for a tank and a damage dealer. And Lizelle's like always in my party as well, because she's so strong and so good. Loads of cool unarmored stuff. I didn't ask who was in the room. I said cast Fireball. Exactly. My MO has been turned into a bear, tank and clock gotcha. Yeah, I don't think that would be my my preferred playstyle. You can transform into an owl bear, however, which is very cool. So I'd like to give Monk a try at some point. We're going to start with the class in the background first to decide what we want to do. I don't know what background we want. I was Acolyte before. Could do Urchin. That gives you sleight of hand and stealth. I don't think we need stealth for Monk, though. Outlanders, Athletics, and Survival. I guess we want to look at our the proficiencies we already have, which is athletics, survival, acrobats, insight, and perception. So maybe we want to pick proficiencies we don't already have. Sage might be more tense and inspired. Oh, yes, so I was discussing this with Maya earlier. I was thinking if I do a monk, Maya and I both love Avatar, so I thought maybe we'll go for like a tense and inspired character. I think Maya is on the money there. So that would give us Arcana and History. I just want to check, is there not a way to deselect Insight, Religion, Arcana, History? Yeah, so Monk starts off with Athletics, Acrobats, and Perception. And Sage would give us Arcana and History, which are two really nice skills to have. There's a lot of environmental events where if you have Arcana and History, they're both really nice benefits. I don't have History on my Warlock either. I have Religion, so I think Sage would be really nice. Sage would be really, really nice. We've got abilities. So what abilities do we want? Dexterity is definitely the top. And we've got Constitution, which is quite low in comparison. I feel like, so I already play a Charisma heavy build with a Warlock. I don't know if I want to lean into Charisma for a Monk. Our Intelligence is low. I don't know if we want Wisdom. Clerics, Druids, and Rangers. We can always respec if we need to. We can always respec if we need to. But I'm not too sure what we're looking for with a monk. Apart from dexterity, which is your ability over strength. Dex, wisdom, and constitution would be higher for a monk, I think. Wisdom's a good shout, yeah, because it does start you off with high wisdom. So maybe take off... Should we take off a couple points for strength to put one more in constitution? I don't know if we want charisma at all. Because it's nice to have some charisma, but I'm thinking for the character, you're not really going to be diffusing anything. We're just going to be, you know... We're just going to be a fairly neutral monk, I suppose. Force of personality. I don't think our monk's going to have a ton of personality. Wisdom, senses and intuition, improve spell casting, which we might want. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Intelligence, I don't think we need in the slightest. Strength's the only thing that could go down, but because strength affects your athletics as well, you can how far you jump, and then carry's always good. I think we've got a good build. Like I said, we can respec if we need to. I think this is good. Cool. So that's good. Now we need to go to our origin. So I'm not too sure if I want to do this, but I've considered... I'll need to pick everything again. I've considered a Dark Urge monk. However, we don't actually act on the Dark Urge. We suppress the Dark Urge. We are a monk battling with this Dark Urge, which is just saying, hey, kill people. Because I've heard there's a special interaction if you don't lean into the Dark Urge and you fight against it and do the good things. So I don't know if this would maybe be interesting. Your appearance and class can be fully customized. It's got an introduction as well because this is a preset character. So we can watch the introduction. And obviously you don't need to be Dragonborn either.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again.
I've never actually watched this either.
Yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this.
The voice act in this game is just absolutely amazing.
Lest it consume my mind.
Non-violence. So that's exactly why. That is exactly why I wanted to do it as a monk as well.
Writes a tragedy in blood.
This is so cool. This is so cool. I love this game. I just have to say, Larian Studios knocked everything out of the park. I think this is perfect then, because for Dark Urge, I've had 3 ideas for who to play a Dark Urge character as. 1, we've got Warlock, obviously. You've got your patron telling you to succumb to this Dark Urge, and whether you resist it or lean into it, it's up to you. We've got Oathbreaker Paladin, which... that was maybe a bit of a spoiler, but that would be an evil Dark Urge where you just kill people. I don't really think I want to just kill everyone on stream. I'm not really about those vibes. However, Monk, I think, would be the most interesting, because, you know, like Ioka and Maya have said, you know, you're giving depth to the Monk, you're sticking to your philosophy, and you're sticking to your learnings, your teachings. Oh, so when we're a Dark Urge monk, we have one background, and that's a haunted one. So we don't have any other backgrounds other than this, which I think is still okay. I think a sage would have still been my preference, but this could be cool. This could be cool. A wicked moment, person, or thing that cannot be slain by sword or spell haunts your mind and flickers in your peripheral vision. You carry it wherever your adventure takes you, or perhaps it carries you. That gives us medicine. Medicine seems quite decent, and it gives us intimidation, which we're not really gonna have a lot of charisma. Well, we're gonna stick at 10 charisma, I think. I don't think we do actually change anything about these abilities, because I think this is fine. My only option maybe be take a couple points at charisma, put 1 in strength and 1 constitution, but... or sorry, 1 in constitution, because it costs 2 ability points to do that. Can you not put more? No, that's fine. So I think 10's fine, because then we still get intimidation if we ever need to use that. At least our starting attributes are giving us a much nicer, you know, a much better chance at persuading. So for character, I'm not too sure who I want. So I've got elf ears on, so it just make the most sense to go elf, right? It would just make the most sense because I'm wearing the elf ears. Before I got the elf ears, my considerations were Githyanki, who is the #1 least placed race, by the way. No one plays Githyanki, which is a shame because they're actually really, really cool class. We might be traveling with Lae'zel a lot is the only thing, so maybe I don't want to worry about Githyanki's features, but they get Martial Prodigy, which we actually don't need. As Monk, that gives us armor proficiency with light and medium armor, but Monk has a lot of benefits with wearing just clothing, and they gain proficiency with short, long, and great swords, but again, you're not going to be using weapons as Monk. They get Mage Hand, which is a really, really good cantrip. More movement, which is also really good, and then they have Astral Knowledge, where you can gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability, which is also just fantastic. However, I don't think a Githyanki would work for Monk because, you know, the race features are a bit counterintuitive. Dwarf, I considered as well. Oh no, sorry, not Dwarf. Gnome, I considered as well. Gnome Monk sounds really fun. You're just running around with your, you know, flurry of fists. You have 25 movement, feet of movement per turn. And you have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. So the saving throws are quite good. We also have Halfling. So with Halfling, the same movement as Gnome. You get Lucky, which might be really good for streaming. When you roll a 1 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can just re-roll it. Which is just a really, really, really good racial feature. I really wanted to play Halfling on my first playthrough, but I thought, well, let's just make like a self-insert, you know? Warlock. So I am considering Halfling. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. That doesn't really happen a whole lot. Elf, 30 feet per turn. Elfin weapon train, which isn't important. Do get dark vision, and then you do get Fey ancestry, which is resistance against being charmed. So I don't know what I want to go with. I don't think I want to be a Dragonborn. They just have the movement of 30 feet, but Dragonborns get a special breath action. So you can, spit poison or frost or fire, and then you get resistance to that breath type. I forgot to check the subrace features as well. Get an advantage on stealth checks, so if we wanted to go as a stealthy monk, we could. Or have advantage in saving throws against poison, resistance to poison damage. Not that great, because I don't actually notice a whole lot of poison in this game. I've not seen many people play the smaller races. That's also why I've wanted to play. I think it would be funny as a monk. The only issue is, or not funny, fun. The only issue is that I like the idea of being able to run around into people and flurry blows and stuff. With Halfling and Gnome, you reduce your movement. With Halfling specifically, they seem like a really fun race because of that lucky ability. The saving throws against frightened, not so much. And the stealth checks is also really, so this is why I'm thinking, it's going to be really fun to play as, say, a Halfling, because the stealth checks, I think, would also be really, really good if we want to sneak around before, flurry of blows. Got luck feat and it's very handy. Yeah, it looks really, really good. The Gnome Subraces is Dark Vision and Artificer's Love. Dark Vision, seeing dark, and Artificer's Love. Proficiency bonus to history checks, which is good. So, add twice your proficiency bonus. And we do actually have history as well. So that would be cool for history checks, but nothing too amazing. Speak with Animals and Forest Gnome. Speak with Animals, just generally a really good spell. So I'm tempted by that, and then Dark Vision, and then Deep Gnome with Stone Camouflage, which is advantage on stealth checks. So we could do Gnome or Halfling. Dwarf, I'm not too sure about. I'd like to play as I think I'm actually playing a Paladin Dwarf with Maya, or my Tiefling Paladin. I'm not too sure. Or there's Elf, where you can get high elf cantrip, or you can get the more movement speed for monk, which might be really, really good as well. The extra movement speed for wood elf would be really, really, really handy for monk. So that's kind of making me go that way. I'm not really wanting to go as a tiefling. Drow is possible too, but again, I think Drow is better for there's no subrace bonuses, which is interesting. Drow seems better for rapier, short swords, and hand crossbows for your rogue and your ranger. So what are we thinking then? What are we thinking? Do we think maybe a deep gnome? Do we think a halfling? Or do we think a wood elf could be cool? Because like I said, we were thinking about maybe doing a character more inspired by I've forgotten his name now, Tenzin. So that would more be human, but I guess elf would work as well. I'm not too sure. What do we think? Halfling for lucky would be really, really good. The only thing is, like I said earlier, when we're playing as monk who needs to be right up into the action, gnome and halfling have a lot less movement speed. So that is my only worry about playing as one of these. Strong in favor of halfling or gnome. Okay, you know what? We've got a strong in favor. We could do a Lightfoot halfling for the advantage stealth checks and that lucky ability, which seems really, really cool to me. Or we can go as gnome and do forest gnome. We could do deep gnome as well, but I don't think we need dark vision is a thing. Forest gnome would give us speak to animals, but I'm sure we can get a talisman or something. Halfling's my vote as well. Okay, you know what? We'll do halfling. We'll do halfling, and I think we'll do, yeah, saving throws and poison and resistance to poison damage isn't actually going to be that good because I've not noticed a lot of poison damage. So we'll go with halfling.
Where to next?
Now, I think we can still go for like a Tenson-inspired halfling, I suppose.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Would that be the perfect voice, actually? I think that would be the perfect voice, right? That would be the perfect voice. Excuse me. Perfect. Got body art. We don't want any tattoos, do we? As much as I want, more bird tattoos on all my characters. I was just wondering if there was something similar to like an arrow tattoo, but there's not, which is a shame, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Yeah, Tenson would have a head tattoo, but there's no, like, forehead tattoos is the only thing. Because I thought this one here, but obviously that's a tattoo under the eyes as well, which isn't something we really want too much. So we might have to go with none until there's possibly a mod we can find. Can probably find something close. That's what I was hoping for. It would have been really cool if they had like a tattoo editor, but it doesn't look like, you know, they shipped it out with one. That's something that would have been really, really cool. So we'll just go no tattoos. We'll start with the hair. There we are. And then where's facial hair? I want a big long beard, right? But I'm not too sure. Or it's more like a long goatee. But it needs to be connected. Because this doesn't really look... That's a shame. That's a shame that there's not more options. Because the only two I see that would make sense is this. But that's a bit too full. And then there's this one. I guess we can just... maybe not go for like a Tenson-inspired character then, because I've realized it's going to be really hard to make it. So maybe we'll just do our own thing, if that's okay. Because yeah, that's why I want to start with, you know, the main iconic features before sculpting a character to look like Tenson. Tenson and Spirit, yeah, we'll go Tenson and Spirit. But we'll just make them look however we want, right? We'll just make them look however we want. But Tenson and Spirit, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's... because we were never going to get a 1-to-1 ratio or anything. We're never going to get a 1-to-1 ratio. And that's okay. You know, this is fine. Do we want a scar? Do we want a scar? I can never bring myself to make men. That's fair. That's fair. It's not as fun. Your options are honestly nowhere near as fun. It's a lot more limited. We could do maturity, so we could do an old man. Yeah, your options are just far more limited, and your characters are nowhere near as pretty. Got a little scar in the head. That's why our character's Tensin in spirit. They fell while they were training, and they've kind of personified themselves as Tensin, even though they look nothing like Tensin. So that's the lore behind our character. That's the lore behind our character. I think. We could do body art in that case. We could do body art. I don't know if we have any tattoos that might be cool to wear. Because it's in spirit, we've opened up possibilities now, right? What could we do? What could we do? We can't get an arrow on the head like we would have wanted, but we could get something similar to an arrow on the bottom of the face. But there's nothing really given that same effect. We could do, you can't see the arrow because of the beard, but it's an arrow here. So there we go. I mean that is an arrow if you count the beard, right? So it's Tensin in spirit, Can we actually match the color of the beard? We can. We can also match the color of the beard as well. So there we go. I think that's fine. I think we've got our head tattoo. I've been wanting to use the scripture looking ones. Ooh. Like this. I have two because I believe there's a little Easter egg here where these glyphs are like a language. And this here spells nose. It's the glyphs that are tattooed on his nose spell nose. I think this tattoo here spells Larian. I don't know if it spells studios underneath it as well. So they had a little fun with that, which is really cool. I don't know, did this say something as well? That'd be an O. I think. I'm not too sure what the others say. But yeah, those are the only two I know about. It's just describing the face. Yeah, so they had fun. So this is, an actual language. I forgot the name of the language in the game. But this is Nose, this is Larian Studios, or just Larian. And I think the others must be describing the face. Like, I don't know if it's like left cheek and then right cheek. In fact, CHEE. Nah. Something similar though. Something similar, because these two words are the exact same on both sides, and these two top are different. So I think this is, left and right. I think. Couldn't be, because this is only 4 letters. I thought it would make them look learned and mysterious. I mean, they've definitely learned where the nose is, So, but no, the tattoos are really, really cool. So it'd be fun to. Oh, I've never noticed that one before. Oh wow, you're like a monster hunter. You can kind of lean into. That's another beholder there. Very, very cool. Really, really nice and detailed. We're gonna go back to this one here, I think, or not this one, but this one here. So the beard axe and the arrow. Baldur privilege, yeah, exactly. Do we want a piercing? Do we want a piercing? Tensin doesn't have one, but we are Tensin in spirit. So I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do. We could just go for like, our obligatory septum piercing, I suppose. Maybe that's how you make monks learn. That is how you make monks learn anatomy. You have to tattoo where each body part is, I suppose. We do have an ad about to run in 30 seconds, so if it's okay, I'm just going to throw up a be right back screen. Let them run. We'll be back, and then that means anyone coming in won't be receiving ads. And then we'll just quickly finish this up and jump straight into the game. Hello. Sorry for the wait there. That's us here. I hope. There we are. Hi. Yes, sorry about the additional ad break. I didn't realize it'd already been an hour. We could give our monk some makeup if we wanted to. I don't know if we do want to. I mean, maybe just like a tiny bit of eyeshadow, just to, and a tiny bit of makeup, just to, you know, just to make him stand out. He deserves to feel and look a little pretty, right? Go back. I need to edit the appearance some more. Thank you for the hydrate, Maya. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think this is fine. Hair, we won't have any facial hair. We've chosen makeup's there. The eyes, we need to sort out. So what do we want for the eyes? I think we go there. I think this is a dashing young gentleman. So I think we're sorted. What do we think? Is this okay? Our Lightfoot halfling monk. I don't know what to call them. Maya suggested like Tavzin. Pretty brown eyes. Oh, do we want them more brown? Should we make them like a deep brown? Where are the eyes again? Because we can go from hazel to like a deep brown instead if we wanted. Ooh. That one's nice. It's got a bit of blue as well. Like lightness. I do as well. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alright, cool. Tavin. Okay. Tenson has light blue, yeah, so that's why I was thinking maybe the light blue variant. But again, this is Tenson in spirit. This isn't a replica. This isn't, you know, this isn't Tenson Baldur's Gate. This is someone who is a monk who watches a lot of Avatar and bumped their head. That's why he has a scar here, and I thinks he's Tenson. So I think we go with my suggestion here and go with Tavin. But before he hit his head, he was just called like Clive or something. I think that makes the most sense. Do we make her guardian, or should we just go next? Because I know this will take a long time as well, and this is where I get like really sucked into the game. I'm not too sure. She is really pretty, actually. I'm even tempted just to say that's her guardian there. I won't lie. Random guardian. Let's do random guardian, I think, as well, just because go all in. How about we do this? We'll go random guardian. My guardian in my main playthrough is a dwarf as well. We'll go random guardian. Let's give you like purple eye shadow though. I think. And let's give you a little darker lipstick. I really like this random. A lot of defaults are really pretty. I think because we're mostly just going to be playing the game and whatnot, we won't go too all in on the character customization. Because yeah, I think the random guardian looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm cool with this. Do we give our dwarf women beards in this game as well? Because is that not Lord of the Rings? That the women dwarves have beards as well? Or am I thinking of a different series? I'm not too sure what I'm thinking of if it's not Lord of the Rings. But I feel like it's definitely Lord of the Rings. Right? I could be misremembering. We're just gonna go with random guarding though, and we're gonna venture forth.